noticed some people just walked out under Mr. Mark Ray, ladies and gentlemen. And he's sports of the Fire Brigade Precision Drill Marching Team. If you think they're good, they are good. They are, in fact, Australian national champions. So how about a round of applause for our marching team? For those of you not familiar with Fire Brigade, etc., we're pleased to have our Chief Officer present here. Sir, we hope you appreciated that. Your first... Oh, he's up the back talking to the VIPs. We will be having our official ceremonies taking place very shortly. We have the handover of some keys to an exciting new fire appliance. But we'll hand back over to the band. And this next piece is the Darktown Strutters Ball. Just going to take a break. If you're not aware, they did in fact, they performed right around the state. They actually performed at Morisset this morning, and they've come all the way from Morisset over to here. I think that's their lane, and they've got the job tonight as well, so a busy day for them. They're going to have a break, so we'll just let them move away from us. Once again, we welcome you to Wyoming Fire Station for our open day. Please, if you're in the car park, if you'd like to move over towards us, bring the girls and boys, because Inspector Sinders wants to say hi to the girls and boys a little bit later. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is now my privilege to introduce to you the manager of the Fire Brigade Public Relations section, Mr. John Hoban.
Thank you, Ian. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Wyoming Fire Station Open Day. I'd like to acknowledge the presence here today, on my left, the local member, Bob Graham, the Mayor of Gosford, Alderman Pat Harrison, the Director General, New South Wales Fire Brigade, Peter Ralph, and officers and firefighters from Region North and our 11 regional brigades, and also the bushfire brigades. Without further ado, could I introduce to you your local member, Bob Graham.
Thank you very much, John, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wyoming Fire Station. Alderman Patricia Harrison, the Mayor of Gosford, and only Mayor for another week or so, sadly. Pat isn't standing for re-election. A devastating thing for Gosford City, in my opinion. Pat knows the affection that we have for her. Peter Ralph, the Director General of the New South Wales Fire Brigade, and can I also mention Phil Orms, our Captain of Wyoming Fire Station. Ladies and gentlemen, today you're really enjoying what is happening, but this is only a practice run for you, because we're expecting you to all come out in October in the 13th to the 19th, which is Fire Prevention Week, and we would like to see you all get involved with Fire Prevention Week, because we all know, living here on the Central Coast, the importance of our firefighters, how important they are to us. We're surrounded by bush, we're surrounded by a lot of older style homes, weatherboard homes and that they go up pretty easily, and our firefighters are doing a wonderful job. And can I also commend them for the way that they do their job. They risk their lives, and their lives for you and I, to save our property and our lives, and I think they deserve every accolade that we can bestow upon them for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading towards our summer. You might say, where's winter on? We often wonder. We often wonder. We're in spring now, and summer is around the corner. We know it's not going to be an easy summer for us as far as fire is concerned. To help us, you can see some of the displays that are here today on smoke detectors and other efficient ways of preventing fire. Please take note of what our fire officers are telling you. What they're telling you for our own good. And help them. If you see any suspicious people around that you think maybe have some ulterior motive with a box of matches in their hand, please report it, because after all, a big slice of the fires that are caused, especially in our area of the Central Coast, are caused by idiots with a matchbox or a cigarette lighter, and we've got to prevent that. We've got to somehow educate these fools to to not do this, and I don't know how you do it, but I think if we all observe and watch and report to our fire stations anything suspicious that you may see, a neighbourhood watch style of thing in fire prevention. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're here for this afternoon is to present to the Wyoming Fire Station and FRNSW our new acquisition, our new tanker here, and it's going to be a small token of what we will need throughout the oncoming fire season, and I'm sure that I don't like to say it, but I'm sure that this tanker will get a lot of use and fire station here at Wyoming. So without any further ado, I'd like to have the honour and privilege to present to our Captain FRNSW the keys to FBY 288, and I know that Phil, that you and your officers will use the facility and this appliance in the same manner that you use the others, to the ability that you have, and I commend you and your team in a great job that you have done in the past, and I know you'll do an even greater job in the future.
Yes, thanks very much, Mr. Graham. I can assure you that this vehicle will come to good use. It already has. It's been stationed here for 2 months already. I would like to say thank you to the Public Relations section of the New South Wales Fire Brigade and all the 11 stations which have given us successful. A lot of help today to make us successful. And also, I would like to say thank you to the New South Wales Fire Brigade and Government for presenting us with this newer type vehicle. This station here, it's a busy station. It's capped on 14. We respond at least once or twice a day. And if this is any indication what's happened here in the last fortnight, we're certainly going to have a busy summer. And we can't stress it across to take care with fire over the spring and summer months. Also, I'd like to thank Mr. Graham for presenting us with the key and for him to be in attendance, and our Director General, Mr. Ra. He's been very helpful to us at many times, and to all senior officers from the New South Wales Fire Brigade, staff, ladies and gentlemen and children, thank you for coming today. Enjoy yourself, and hope we can have many more. Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, will you put your hands together for our official party? And a farewell to Mayor, to our Mayor. Is this your last official function? Got a few more to go. All right, well done. We wanted to keep it brief for you, but we do have a few more things lined up for you. How many girls and boys have we got here? Oh, you're a bit far away. Come on, girls and boys, come, move in. Let's move in a little closer. That's the way. Have you got any friends with you? Yes, have you? How old are you?
10.
10. Do you want to be 11? You behave yourself, won't you? All right, you can sit down there. Girls and boys, come in. Come in. That's the way. I wonder, was anybody here earlier when I told you my name? Can you remember my name? Firefighter Ian. That's right. So how about a nice big hello, Firefighter Ian? You ready? Hello, girls and boys. Well, that was dismal, wasn't it? Hello, grown-ups. That's a little bit better. Now, grown-ups, you don't have to stand right up the back as well. You can move in a little bit closer. Come on, come on. Inspector Cinders wanted to say hi to you because he knew that you were going to be here. And after Inspector Cinders, we've got a firefighting display for you. And I think we've got a tug-of-war. We're drawing a raffle very shortly. But listen, I wonder where Inspector Cinders is. Does anybody know where he is? Whereabouts is he? You don't know. He's in the suitcase. Is he in the suitcase? Well, wait a minute, let me have a look. Let me have a look. I've got a big suitcase round here. Oh, boy. The Cinders. I wonder where he is. No. I've got a helmet there. Actually, who got to wear the helmet? Yep. All of it. You're the biggest girl. All right, up your stand. You put the helmet on. That's all right. What else? I can't see Inspector Cinders. I can't see Inspector... Look, wait on, I've got a big cape on. I better dig in. What's your name? Veronica. Actually, I like picking girls because I want all the girls to remember, when you're older, you can join the fire brigade and be firefighters too. It looks a bit funny with the coat and the helmet, etc. But inside there's Veronica. And she's not scary, is she? Ah, you've got some friends here, haven't you? You know, sometimes girls and boys get scared of grown-ups who wear funny-looking clothes like this. We wear these special clothes to protect us when we're fighting fires. And the other reason we wear these clothes is so that when you see us, you'll know that we're friends. We're people who are there to help you. So don't ever be scared of firefighters, even though we wear these funny-looking clothes. Well, listen, thanks, Veronica. Let's give Veronica a clap. You can sit down now. You can clap yourself, all right. Yeah. Also, did you get my guitar out, did you? Was that a hit? Did you want me to sing a song? Do you want me to sing a song? Ah, look, overwhelming support. This is important. Now remember, if ever there's a fire on your clothes, on you, you don't run around. What do you do if there's a fire on you? You just stop, drop, and I'll sing you the song, I think. Here we go. Now, if I forget the words, I want you to help me, okay? You help me. Here we go. When you're wearing clothes, just like your clothes and my clothes, and suddenly from your head to your toes, that's it, thanks. Fire and smoke start rising, your clothes are on fire. Oh, wow. That's surprising. It would be surprising, wouldn't it? Now, if ever that happens to you, don't run around. Don't run around, don't even run outside, no. You just drop to the ground, good. And I tell you, there's no doubt, if you roll over and over and over, the fire will go out. Now, this is the best part. You just stop, drop, and roll. Watch, I even let you put the helmet on. Don't you like my singing? Didn't you like it? Well, girls and boys, remember the words are important. If ever there's a fire on you, don't run anywhere, just stop where you are, drop to the ground, and then what do you do? I couldn't hear that. What do you do? All right, roll, okay. I think Inspector Cinders wants to hear you. I better put this away. Oh, actually, he is in there. He is he's having a bit of a snooze again. Do you think we should wake Inspector Cinders up? You think so? All right, but I'll take the pillow off his head so that he can hear us. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and then I'll 1, 2, 3. Now, if the grown-ups and the firefighters, even the off-duty firefighters, you're not in uniforms, but I know who you are. If you all help, it will work, all right? Big, loud, wake up Inspector Cinders. Let's try.
It's got to be loud. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
What's going on? Well, you missed the official opening. Did I? Yeah, you're having another snooze. Oh, I was a bit tired. A bit tired, were you? Yeah, it's been a long day. It has been a long day. Were you at Morrisett this morning? No, I wasn't there, thank you. Have you been here all morning? Yeah, who saw me before? Did you see Inspector Cinders before? I got a new audience. A new audience? We can tell the same jokes. Oh, you're kidding. You do that all the time anyway. Now, look, we usually sing a song when we come up and say hi to the girls and boys. You want to do a song now? Now? Yeah. Do you want to hear us sing a song? Here you go. Look, why don't we do our favourite song? What's that? Let's do the one about the Jolly Swagman. Do you know what his name is? The Swagman? Yeah. The Swagman doesn't have a name. Yes, he does. The Swagman? Yeah, it's in the song. It's in the song? Yeah. Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong. Andy sang, Andy watched. His name is Andy. Yep. Let's do it properly. Hey, go on, off you go. All right, okay. Once a jolly swagman camped by a barbecue. Hey. Under the shade of a coolabah tree. Oh, what? A coolabah. Don't you know what a coolabah is? Sounds like an air-conditioned hotel to me. Coolabah? Yeah. Well, the adults got it. Yeah. And he sang as he watched, and he waited till his billy boiled. If he didn't put the fire in it to cool me. Yeah, well, look, if ever you do see a bad fire, you have to make sure somebody rings the fire brigade.
Do they know the telephone number?
The firefighter's telephone number?
Yeah.
What's the firefighter's telephone number? It's 000.
Sounds like Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah. It's a very easy telephone number to remember. If ever you do see a fire, make sure a grown-up rings the fire brigade.
Do they know what to do in a fire?
To do in a fire?
Yeah.
Well, look, if ever there's a fire in your house, it's quite simple.
I know.
You certainly don't stay inside.
No way.
You've got to get outside as quickly as you can.
Of course you do.
So you run to the door.
Just a second.
What?
You don't run.
You don't run.
No.
What do you do?
You crawl across the floor.
Crawl across the floor?
Yeah.
Why have you lost something?
Wish I could lose you.
Now, come on. Why do you crawl across the floor?
Because you can breathe down there.
Or do you mean that you crawl under the smoke?
Of course.
So you've got to get down low.
Go, go, go.
Hey, that's easy to remember.
It sure is.
Why don't we all say it together? If ever there is a fire, what do? You have to get down low and
Go, go, go.
outside and make sure somebody rings the fire brigade on...
Oh, oh, oh. It's easy.
Yeah, listen, girls and boys, if ever there's a fire in your house, don't get scared. Don't wait for Mum and Dad.
They don't have time.
No, Mum and Dad won't have time to come and get you. If ever there is a fire, don't wait for anybody.
Get outside.
Yeah, get down low, go, 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 outside, meet Mum and Dad outside.
And make sure they call the fire brigade.
Yeah, and when the fire brigade comes to help you, how much does it cost, Mum and Dad?
Nothing at all.
Right, the fire brigade is free.
We've got some more stickers.
Some more stickers?
Yeah.
Actually, we might have some more stickers.
Who'd like a sticker?
Yeah? Now, they are free, aren't they?
Oh, the girls can have the half price.
You're all right, Inspector Cinders.
Try to one more song.
One more?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear one more song before we go?
Fire brigade is free.
It's a good thing to remember, girls and boys, the fire brigade is free.
Are you going to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, how about a nice goodbye, Inspector Cinders? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, see you later, girls and boys. It's all right.
I'll make sure they get some stickers, all right?
He's gone.
Well, that's interesting. I've just been handed some T-shirts. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're for me. They're for me. They're for me. Wow, that's suddenly got everybody listening, didn't it? That's suddenly got everybody listening. Well, this is interesting. I think I know what I'm on. We might have a little competition. We might have a little competition. Let's see. Now, girls and boys, if you're in your house and there's a fire, you don't wait for Mum and Dad. Remember? Mum and Dad won't be able to come and get you. Shh, shh, shh. Hands down, hands down. You've got to get outside. Now, remember I said you have to crawl under the smoke? Right, hands down, hands down. What do you do when you come to the door? Let me see, what would you do? Oh, not quite. Well, what would you do? Not sure? Over there? I'm asking girls at the moment. How do you do that? You touch the door, and if the door is hot, don't open it, because there's a fire on the other side. What's your name? Up you come, Rebecca. You stand there. All right. Now, when you get out of the room, what do you do to the door when you go out of the room? Let's see the boy up there, do you know? Not that, not that, do you know? Shut the door, up you come. Up you come. What's your name? Mark. Oh, so I've got Rebecca and Mark, have I? All right. Now, if ever you can't get out of the house, you might live upstairs and the doors are hot and you can't get outside. Do you hide under the bed? No. Do you hide in the cupboard? No. What would Superman? What would you do? What would you do? Do you know? Up you come. Come over here. You're almost right, If ever you can't get out of the house, you have to stand at the window. Everybody can see you. Remember that? Well, you stand there. Now, this is hands down. I haven't asked the question yet. When you're at the window, you don't scream out, help! Because if you call out help, people always ignore you. What word do you call out? Let me see. Over there. Fire. Up you come. All right, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many T-shirts have I got? No, I think I better count them first. These just got handed to me. This is called impromptu competitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 of them. So I need 3 more questions. Let me see. I have an art on the road. That's it. I picked up. She knew it. Careful, guys. That means there's a hydrant on the road. Now, if the hydrant's not on the road, it might be somewhere else. What do you think the P would stand for? Do you know? On the path, up you come. 2. How many have I got now? I need 1 more. 1 more. Move back. I'm sorry you did this, John, where you are. This is a teacher to give me his T-shirts to hand away. Let me see. I've got to think of 1 more question. Where is the worst possible place to have a fire? Do you know? Worse than in the bush. The worst possible place you could ever have a fire. Do you know? It often happens in the house, but wonder where it could be. Do you know? Not the kitchen. It's even worse than in the kitchen. Worse than a petrol station. Do you know? Worse than in the bush, up there. That's it. On yourself. Girls and boys, that's the worst possible place to have a fire. Let's give all these people a nice big clap. A nice big clap. Don't worry, do what to do. I've got some stickers for you. So don't worry, you're all going to get something. But I better hand these out. Are they all the same size, John? He throws the T-shirts at me and walks off. Well, listen, I hope they're the same size. Perhaps if the mums and dads are here, if they don't fit, you might be able to swap them round to get some that fit, okay? There we go. For 2. Who bought tickets for dinner for 2 of Peppers at the Sea? Oh, yeah, we got something. Hey, girls and boys, we'll get stickers in a second. I was going to ask Mr. Graham, the local member, to actually come and draw that for us. I wonder, is the local member, Mr. Graham, is he still around? And have we got the tickets that we can draw out? Have we got actually going to draw it right now? I don't know, we might be able to swing something like that. Well, if you weren't aware of that, when it's dinner for 2, Mr. Graham is one of them, all right? Well, we just have to get the tickets. It would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. What do you think of the girls and boys? They seem to know a lot about fire safety, don't they, Mr. Graham?
I don't think they know what to do if they got if their clothes got white, though.
You don't think that? Hey, girls and boys, do you think you can tell Mr. Graham? He thinks you don't know.
Wouldn't know what to do. They'd run away, wouldn't you? Would you run away?
You wouldn't run away. Well, listen, why don't we all together tell Mr. Graham what they've learned? What to do if there's a fire in your clothes? You just stop, drop, and... They did know, Mr. Graham. That's right. I thought they were the tickets coming here. Hey, listen, girls and boys. You know, lots of grown-ups don't know what to do when there are fires. So when you go home, you can tell everybody at home. Remember, if there's a fire at the house, you don't run anywhere.
That's what the marching girls have got to do their homework too.
And of course, Mr. Graham was here to hand over some keys to a new fire engine. All right. Actually, we don't actually call them fire engines. Does anyone know what we call them? We call them pumpers. Can you all say that? Pumpers. And there's the big pumper over there. That's the new pumper that's here at Wyoming Fire Station. Well, Mr. Graham, thank you for filling in for us there. We're just about to draw the raffle, ladies and gentlemen. This is for dinner for 2 at Peppers on the Sea.
Who's got their tickets out? There we go.
The ticket that's been drawn, 69, and the name on it is SEAL. S-E-A-L. There is a phone number. It's a blue ticket, F69. It's an 84 number. Looks like Wombrel. Is that correct? Wombrel or Terrigal. The SEAL family. Not present. We do have a number. We will contact them. Thank you very much for participating in that little raffle. Thank you, Mr. Graham. Thanks very much. Let's give Mr. Graham another round of applause. Giving up his time to be here with us today. Well, listen, girls and boys, we'd like you just to move back now because we're going to light a fire and we don't want you to get burnt. So, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us. We just need to organise our fire crew. We've got a short firefighting display for you.
We'll be with you in about 1 minute's time.
Got that? Hey, stay there. I'll come to you. I'll come over to you.
Well, mums and dads, ladies and gentlemen, one of our problems that we face as firefighters, of course, are fires in the kitchen involving flammable liquids. The problem with a flammable liquid is that we can't use water on it. Most of the fires, when we have normal fires, paper, wood, bush, etc., we use water, and the effect of water is to cool the fire down below the out. If we put water onto a flammable liquid, the problem is the water sinks to the bottom and can in fact spread the fire. So liquids out is to somehow try and stop air from getting to the fire. We might get the, just move back, girls and boys. Just move back, that's all right. There'll be a lot of stop, dropping and rolling out there in a second. These particular fire extinguishers, actually we better use a fire extinguisher. Yeah, what the carbon dioxide does is actually push air away from the fire. Now it's very awkward to use an extinguisher like that in your house, so what we do in fact recommend a fire blanket on. Just see if we can just light that up again, and we'll just demonstrate a blanket for you. These are strongly recommended for kitchens and stoves. What they actually do is stop it from getting to the fire. You can throw it over the top of the stove. You hang them up on a roller, just near the doorway. Don't hang them in a little packet. Don't hang these up above your stove, because if your stove catches on fire, you won't be able to get to it. We recommend that you hang them up just inside the doorway, and they're a good device that you can throw over a heater. If somebody's clothes are on fire, you can actually wrap them up in the fire blanket. It's made of a special sort of what they call a wool glass material. One of the rules is that when you hold them, don't hold them like I'm holding it now, because as you approach the fire, your fingers will burn. They usually have a couple of tabs on them, which you pull them out of the bag. You hold them by the tabs, and then wrap it over the top of your hands, and you lay it over the top of the fire. So, I don't. Everybody? Yeah, we'll see. I'm brave, yeah, why not? I'll have a go.
This one has been used a few times. Basically, some of your clothes were on fire. That's why we had burning before it was too big for a fire blanket. Just a small amount of petrol. Very small amount of petrol. I might let it burn off, but it's very awkward to demonstrate outside. Certainly on a stove, this can be laid over the top of the stove. They are an excellent device, probably better than a fire extinguisher. Most people can use fire extinguishers because people don't use fire extinguishers correctly. You buy in the shops and get them correct the fire, you simply spread the fire and makes the fire worse. That's why we strongly advise you think about the fire blankets. So, we'll see how we go. It is fairly awkward because we're outdoors. The important thing about it is to protect your body from the heat, and the idea of this is to provide a smothering agent to stop oxygen from getting to the fire. One of the rules with your fire blanket, if you put it over the top of the stove, is when the fire is out, don't take the blanket off and have a look. As soon as you do that, you allow oxygen back in and the fire reignites. We're only using a small amount of petrol. Petrol cools down very quickly. However, the cooking oil you use, when they burn, they do maintain their heat for quite an amount of time. One of the mistakes people often make is they put the lid on, take the lid off again. As soon as they take the lid off it goes. They put the lid on, or throw a blanket over the top, turn the stove off, and then what do? check it for me. We will be there in 4 or 5 minutes. It is a free service. Please use us for the little things. Unfortunately, most people who ring fire brigade, they ring us when it's too late. I'll get back to my microphone so I don't have to yell so much. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our in the fire brigade, please call us for the little things. We want to come to your house. Your toaster is sparking and zapping, or your microwave is making funny noises. We want to come. We want to come 10 minutes later when the whole house is on fire. Call us for the little things. It is a free service. And please think very seriously about the smoke alarms that we've warned you about or told you about. There is a display in there of smoke alarms. Mums and dads, they cost about $30. There is no wiring involved. They have little batteries inside them. I've got a model of one here. While I'm just showing you the smoke alarm, we might get the fire crews ready on the rescue. I just want to show you little smoke alarms and explain it to you. There's no wiring involved with the smoke alarm. They contain a battery, a little 9-volt battery that lasts for a minimum of 12 months. When the battery's flat, it actually has a warning signal to warn you that the battery is flat. They come with a couple of screws that you attach to the seal. You just buy a bit of double-sided tape, and then it takes less than 1 minute to install, and that's all you have to do. What it does, it monitors the air 24 hours a day. When it detects smoke, it sounds an alarm to wake you up. Please, don't think that you're going to wake up if you have a fire at night time. In fact, in the smoke is carbon monoxide, which is a very strong anaesthetic. While you are asleep, you don't start coughing, fluttering in a fire. You simply go into a state of unconsciousness. Without smoke alarms, you will not wake up at night time. Smoke alarms are proven around the world to save lives. They cost about $30. We're not on commission, we don't sell them. We simply tell you as fire officers to think seriously about smoke alarms. The average house might need 2. In my house I have a corridor with 3 bedrooms of it, so I have one in the corridor. So before the smoke enters my bedrooms, my family get woken up. So think about those. I think monitor now. We've just been told to give you some friendly advice. Stay on this side of the fence, because if you go over any closer, you probably get wet. Now, we have various different types of fire appliances throughout the state for various particular tasks. Over there we can see water tankers, which have the ability to go off-road on dirt tracks, specifically for bush firefighting. The new appliance where the keys were handed over is what we call a standard international pump rescue equipment and general firefighting equipment. And this next piece you're about to see demonstrated is the hydraulic rescue monitor. And it carries all the standard sort of equipment. But the big advantage of this appliance is large telescopic ladder boom. Now the ladder, of course, can be used for rescuing buildings. And one of the other advantages of this, there is a monitor which we can actually use to project water down on top of a fire. One of the problems in firefighting is getting the fire crews in close to the fire. If we have a large factory fire where there's a lot of heat, etc., by using this sort of equipment we can keep the fire crews back in safety, and simply by extending the boom, and you can see the little monitor just coming out at the top of the head of the ladder, actually a large nozzle, and there are various different types of water patterns that we can use. The actual fire engine does carry its own, what we call a first aid tank of water. Around about 1,400 litres of water is carried on the fire engine, so we can actually pull up at a building, start using it immediately without even a fire hydrant. On the fire crew, the crew have different jobs. Usually the junior person on the crew, it's their job to locate the fire hydrant and run out the hoses into the pumps, while the more senior or experienced members of the job or in the crew, they'll be given other tasks to perform. There you can see he's obviously one of our more senior members. He's been entrusted to go up the top there. One can actually use it as an observation tower. A senior officer might want to get an overall view if he had a large factory complex on fire. He can actually go up the top there and use it as a bit of a lookout. And you can see he's hooked himself on there, so he is quite safe. We could swing him out to a window and he could get into the building or perhaps assist somebody down. Now up there he has controls where he can actually control the monitor. But we do point out it's not actually necessary for there to be a firefighter up there. Down at the base of the ladder, you'll see another firefighter. He can in fact control everything that's necessary from down below. But just for the display, we'll put one of the firefighters up the top, and just by using the water inside the fire engine, what we call the first aid tank,
will actually, I think we'll have a hose down the roof of the field next door. So it's what we call hydraulic rescue monitors. In Sydney, where we have the larger high-rise buildings, we do have what we call hydraulic rescue platforms. They have the ability of reaching up to some 31 metres, and this particular appliance here has the ability to reach up to 13 metres. So we can effectively reach 3rd or 4th floor. Now we can hear we just start the motors up, we get the pumps energised. That's just a stroke through the water, which we can put the seat of a boat. That's just a stroke through the water, which we can project into a tunnel there. The firefighter can actually use the spray and the hook seal. And what it does is it actually creates an artificial landscape. Now once again, that water you just saw was contained within the fire, so it's a fully self-contained appliance. We can pull up at our building and straight away get water in. In the meantime, other members of the crew hire hydrants and get more water into that particular appliance. So that's the capabilities of the hydraulic rescue monitor. This is just a short display of some of the capabilities of the rescue monitor. And of course, on the fire engine it carries the standard fire extinguishers, hoses, breathing apparatus, rescue equipment, first aid equipment, etc. Today is your opportunity to actually have a look. You can go touch the fire engines, open up the pockets, see what's carried inside, and of course ask any questions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about we all put our hands together for the crews here at Wyoming?
anyway. So that's in front of your face. And when you're going, you keep your face down and your head just forward a bit.
Best out of three, same crews, best out of three.
Were you on the end of the race?
No. Hi, Addison. New South Wales Fire Brigade
We can't get
personnel.
the tanker and tied on there.
Would you, New South Wales Fire Brigade personnel, please stand to attention, and when you strain and grunt on this road, don't let them pull on the road, all right? Don't let them pull over you again.
Well, it's up to you whether it goes up that way.
Oh, we're going to be fun.
Just about out of the way.
Put you in the front, Dad.
We've had a busy day.
You ready? You ready back there, Chrissy? No, go on.
Get some rhythm.
Ready? You got a strain? You got a strain? Yeah. Let's go. Come on, go. They're killing us. They're killing us. Too easy.
Oh, mate, I'm halfway down.